Good morning, Key Stage 1. How are you? Are you excited for another word of the day and another art challenge? I know I am. Let's take a look. So, are you ready for another chant? Let's give it a go. 3, 2, 1. Hey, all of Dunkirk in your homes, I got a new word to show you, so tell all your boys and girls, word up. So, today's word, which is going to expand your brain and your vocabulary, is indignation. Goodness gracious me, what a word. Sounds like quite a negative word the way I've just said it. Indignation. Can you say it? Very good. Indignation. Now, the meaning to this word is that it's anger or annoyance created by something that is seemed unfair. So the meaning of this word is anger or annoyance created by something that is seen as unfair. So, for example, if I saw my sister get some chocolate cake, but I wasn't allowed any, I might feel indignation. There are a lot of synonyms to this word, so I've chosen just a few. You've got angry, annoyed, resentment or resentful, umbrage. That's a really good word. If any of you have read Harry Potter, that's where Professor Umbridge's name comes from. She takes umbrage with things, annoyance and anger. You've also got dissatisfaction, upset, exasperation. So when thinking about this word, indignation, I got my inspiration from A Squash and a Squeeze, and particularly the goat. And I thought that the pig's behaviour filled the goat with indignation. The pig was sat there in the larder, stuffing his face with all of the food, while the goat was sat on the bed, just scowling at him, feeling really indignant. So that's your word for today, indignation. Could you have a go at using it in a sentence? What do you take umbrage with today? What angers you or annoys you because of something that's unfair? Remember to try and use that word and really impress your grown-ups. But now for today's art challenge. So here we have that picture. The goat looking really indignant on the bed, watching the pig stuff his face with all of the food in the larder. And today your challenge is to try and show some of that emotion in your drawing. This may sound tricky, but actually it's a relatively easy thing to do. When I was drawing the goat for this challenge, the thing that really gave the emotion was the eyes. And when you look at the video in a few minutes, you'll see it's just a really simple trick to make those eyes begin to scowl at the pig, really showing that emotion, that unhappiness, that anger, that indignation. Now, ultimately, this is really important because it brings life to your drawings so that your reader has some more greater understanding of the emotions that are going on. You yourselves know that as an early reader, when you are reading text, you look at the pictures for clues to tell you about what is going on. Sometimes it's really hard to tell from the words exactly what emotions are being felt. However, from this simple cartoon drawing by Axel Scheffler, you get more information than from all of Julia Donaldson's words. You can really see how the goat is feeling. You can see his annoyance, see his indignation. You can see the amazement and the exasperation on the chicken, just like, what is going on? So it's really important to add a bit of realism and life to your drawings. Now, before I show you the video of how I had a go at creating the goat with that really indignant expression, I wanted to show you some examples of some artwork by artists that really capture quite strong emotions. And the important thing to know is it's actually quite subjective as well. So even though you may want to put across a certain emotion, with this here, is she feeling scared, shocked, amazed? You will bring your own emotions onto the paintings as well as the intention of the painter. Here, however, you can see that it's really strong emotion. But is it somebody that's, for example, lifting some really strong weights? Or is it somebody that's really angry? Here, you can quite clearly see that this girl is feeling upset and worried. Yet here, we have a range of different emotions. Happier, relaxed, to melancholy, quite sad. And colour been used to showcase that as well. And this is a really famous drawing called The Scream. And you can see here, are they scared, or has something shocking happened? Have they remembered that they left the kettle on? Oh! So even though these drawings are showing emotion, one important thing to know as a writer is that actually, even though I said Axel Scheffler's painting shows more than Julia Donaldson's words did, Julia Donaldson's words actually put the picture into context. So the two work really closely together and make, in the end, a really amazing picture book. So now it's time to have a look at my picture of the goat on the bed, looking really indignant. So there you go. That's your challenge, to add some emotion to your drawing. Now, when we come to our final project of drawing our own family members, it may be that, for example, you've got a younger sibling who's always throwing tantrums, just like my son Henry. He's 2 years old, and the tantrums are all day, every day. So when I draw a cartoon of him, remember, we're overemphasizing those traits of people. It may be that I want to showcase him having a tantrum, because at this point in his life, that's quite a normal occurrence. Remember, cartoons are meant to be comical, fun, and really emphasize those features of a person and make them more dramatic than they usually are. And all of this leads to a comical effect. So good luck trying to add emotion to the gate today, and I so look forward to seeing your wonderful artwork. I hope you have a lovely rest of the day, and I'll see you again next week for another art challenge, all to do with the smartest giant in town. Bye.